Of entrepreneurs in Central Florida. Bree Goldstein is an amazing public relations person who I have respected and admired as a PR person myself, and has been a loyal supporter of 1 Million Cups for years. So thank you for being here, and she is our first presenter today. So welcome, UpDog.
Thank you. My goodness. While they're getting set up, we'll express our appreciation also for Rollins, of course, for hosting, Barney's for the coffee, and our organizers for putting this together, which is awesome. I'm Bree Goldstein. This is Joseph Mira. We are the team behind UpDog. And whether you are asking yourself, what is UpDog? Or, what's UpDog? We're going to talk to you today about what UpDog is. We're going to show you how to use it, and we're going to walk you through our monetization strategy. At the end, we'll make an ask. And we'll say, hey, here's how you can help us. And we'll ask you for resources. All right, so UpDog is a video review check-in platform that allows users to check into any business, any organization, nonprofit, any location, park, lake, or any event around the world. And we noticed a problem, and this is how it was developed. We found a problem that there's no good review platform that's targeted to millennials or Gen Z. So we've taken the idea of reviews, which isn't new, and we've taken the idea of video, short videos like Vine or Instagram, which isn't new, and we've married the two. So what's unique about our platform is we give users an opportunity to capture their experience and create a review that really shows the authenticity of what's happening around them while they check in a streamlined platform that's distraction-free. So how does it work? Well, you can check in, you can be social, keep going, all the way. You can personalize it, make your own profile, connect with friends, shoot them a message, and you can do it in any order, and it's all good. Although since we're a video review platform, it makes the most sense to use a video to show you how it works. To log into UpDog, you just click the app, you'll log in with Facebook, find your location on a map. If you're in an area that's more dense, you can zoom in, or you can find your location on a list. You can rate the venue, call the venue, find them on a map, see others' reviews, or you can take your own review. You can either choose a video you pre-recorded, or you can record your own video. Once you've done your video up to 15 seconds, you type in your review, hit done, and share it on social media. From there, you can go see your friends' reviews that you've been tagged in, see reviews from around the world, of course. Find your friends, connect with your friends, see alerts of who's commented on your video, liked it, rated it, even shared it. Make your profile and have fun. At this point, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Joseph.
Thanks. So who's our target market? First, we're targeting millennials. Millennials represent over 80 million consumers in the United States alone. They've been responsible for contributing to over 93 million selfies taken a day, 30 billion photos shared per day, and 2.1 billion likes per day. So this is a group that tons of individuals, especially businesses, are trying to target as well. So we as well are also trying to target these business owners and the Generation Z. A lot of individuals aren't really targeting Generation Z. Those are the individuals who are less than the age of less than 18 years old. And as a side bit, Kylie Jenner just turned 18 2 days ago, and she had 10.9 million Twitter followers. So that is definitely a group that we want to target as well. So who do we compete with? Our main competitors in regards to reviews is Yelp. They are the big reviewing platform right now. We feel that we are merging two big things that they don't, which is social media and the review aspect, by offering a platform for individuals to not only review an establishment, but to share that across different platforms. The other competitors would be for attention. So we're competing with Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Our release strategy, what we're trying to do here is, in order to build users, we're going to do a host of things. Primarily what we're going to do is we're creating or generating a public relations campaign to get it out in the community, to let everybody know what UpDog is and what the story is about that. Just yesterday, the Orlando Business Journal featured Bree in the OBJ and told the UpDog story. So I think we've got a pretty good start in that right now. Second is we want to do cross promotions with industry partners. We're planning on building partnerships with big companies such as Major League Baseball teams, Major League Basketball teams, Major League Soccer teams, and also professional organizations that target tourism, hospitality, and restaurants. So how do we make money, right? This is always the big question, or the key question. Well, we've got 5 multiple ways, but one of the most important ways that we're going to make money is through, we're going to charge businesses, or we're going to allow businesses to touch our top dogs, our top users, our top reviewers for a fee. We're also going to embed banner ads throughout the app that's going to allow or generate a pay-per-click advertising through AdMob. And also, we're going to allow businesses to have sponsored or featured reviews at the top of all of the reviews locally and worldwide. So our funding request. What UpDog is doing is we're prepared to offer a 19% stake in the company for an $825,000 investment. This places UpDog's valuation at $4 million, which is based off of the stage of current development, it's pretty much done, financial time and investment, and the location. What we're planning on utilizing these funds for are to expand our business through hiring staff. We would like to hire a full-time developer and 2 down the road. We need to fund legal fees, marketing fees, and also fund other operations for UpDog. Our expected exit strategy is to exit within 5 years through acquisition. So what can you do for UpDog? We're planning on releasing this in a few weeks, and what we want you guys to do is to download it, to use it, to review every kind of business you can think of, whether it's a restaurant, a doctor's office, or the Social Security office that was just reviewed the other day, maybe even the DMV. But tell your friends about it and share it through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I guess before we open it up to questions to you guys, we just have one question for you, and that's, what's up, dog? Thanks.
Thank you, guys. All right, now we're into our Q&A portion. And what we are going to ask is that you all raise your hands really high when you have a question so we can bring the mic to you. And the reason we use the mic, yes, you may be loud enough to be heard without it like me, but we need to get you on video. So who has our question for UpDog? Wow, gotta love that.
Okay, I'll lead off. Yelp has gotten into some trouble lately because they have allowed negative reviews to be prioritized, and then they've gone to businesses and held out their hand and said, hey, if you want to make this go away, perhaps we can do some sort of a deal. So as you look at your monetization and your revenue model, how do you keep from creating the impression that what you're really doing is holding up the businesses who are not happy with what Yelp has done in this space?
Well, I'm glad that you touched on that point. Businesses don't like Yelp. I've talked to a lot of individuals who are business owners and they hate it just for that reason. One of the biggest things or benefits that UpDog is trying to do and promote is self-regulation. We are not going to be prioritizing reviews. That's one of the things that I saw a 2-minute video on Yelp a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where they actually Yelp decides on whether your review is relevant to a user or not. We are not going to do that. So we're allowing individuals to post whatever it is that they want. Businesses can also post, and one of the big things that we hit in regards to both of those things is we allow for transparency. So if your business is a good business, you're going to get solid reviews. And second, the second thing about Yelp is that it's very easy to create fake reviews. Since this is a hyper-local app, you actually have to check in first before you can actually review the place. So I can't sit on my couch and say, oh, don't go to this bakery in Idaho because they refuse to sell a couple a cake, and they're the worst company in the world.
Also, one other aspect I'd like to add is that UpDog is free. It's free for users, it's free for businesses, and it's free to download. We're on the freemium model where we believe in the power of reviews, and the power of social media, and the power of an individual's voice. So it's totally free, and the way that videos are ranked is in chronological order.
Okay, hey. So for someone like me who uses social media a lot, this kind of reminds me a lot of Facebook check-in, and you can rate check-ins on Facebook as well. So how are you making someone like me want to download another app just specifically for reviewing?
Yeah, sure. So I don't really use the Facebook check-in too much or Facebook review. I haven't used it that often. I have primarily been on Yelp a lot. But what I found is that a lot of individuals, such as yourself, like the immediacy or the simplicity of these smaller niche apps, not the Walmart kind of we offer all at a discounted price that Facebook is kind of doing. So we feel that we're offering a very niched type of program that is offering the ability to give a review. It's completely video-based and it flows very easily.
And you can populate your other platforms at the same time, whereas right now on Facebook you can't also share your review to Instagram or Twitter.
You guys are monetizing by providing the businesses the incentive of being able to talk to the top dogs, and I think that's a fantastic model. As far as the incentive for the user, I would just kind of ask you a little bit more about that, because I know that mostly the incentive for a typical user to go on Yelp is obviously, like was said before, was to give negative reviews, because that's kind of when you want to go and say something, is because you usually have a negative impression of where you are. So how do you incentivize them to come in and leave positive reviews?
So you can leave either review, positive or negative or just neutral, but because you can check in and people are already checking in and they're already showing what they're doing and they're already loving the feedback, and then on the flip side they're also talking to businesses and they're expecting that type of interaction, we've merged all that into one and made it super simple. And so because we're saving them time and energy and allowing them to tag their friends, so if you're out you can grab all your friends in your group and put them on your video, we think that that's going to be their motivation.
Yeah, no. The millennials are the show me generation, so they love to share. So I mean, that's really the motivation. I mean, what prompted you to get up in the morning and take a selfie before you went to work and say, "Great day today"? You know, that's really the motivation that we're offering. And just to touch on other companies, we are not going to be incentivizing users to post reviews because we feel that generates or creates an environment where fake reviews can be posted.
Wow, first of all, excellent product and great review. To my wholesale peeps, that's how you give a 3.5 minute presentation very well.
Thanks.
That was awesome. I think this is perfect timing for something like this. I was just talking with the business owner yesterday about Yelp, and it's really ruining a lot of businesses because people are just trolling Yelp, and they're doing exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, they're shooting them to the top. So I think you have a great solution. I'm watching this, I'm like, how do you avoid that? And the whole check-in thing is brilliant. So I really commend you on that. My girlfriend uses Yelp, and I never did. And one thing that frustrated me about it was that I said, you can't get a real vibe of the place. But it looks like you have that solution. And then I started thinking deeper into what you're doing. And I thought about the law for a second. And I said, are you actually allowed to go in and just film in a private place? Do you need permission from the owner? Do you technically need permission from the people inside?
Well, so the funny thing about the law is that it takes a very long time for it to catch up to technology. So if that were the case, if it were legal for me to shoot a video, then I would basically, for my birthday, when I shot a birthday video of the waiter singing happy birthday to me, I would have had to ask for permission. So I don't really see that as an issue in regards to that.
Where we will need permission is we're looking at a monetization stream down the line where we actually license the videos to businesses. And for that, our users who are in the videos would be compensated. And we would need their permission or some type of, but again, that's one reason we're using money is for legal fees, so we can talk to the attorneys about how to make that and how to make it legitimate so it's a win-win for everybody.
How can you aggregate the results of reviews, or is it just a per review inquiry?
I am so glad you asked. So right now on the app, there's a place page where you can go and you can actually see all the reviews per location or per event, per business. So you just go and you look right on it. You can check out the website where you can see the top trending 25 reviews, and ultimately we'll be able to separate on the website as well.
Hi, good morning. I'm actually following up on a question that was here earlier, but I've been an owner of a small business for the past 17 years, and I can tell you from my experience, good reviews, I mean, I know I did a great job when there's silence. you know. And the bad reviews is really when something that they're not happy with. And I think it's human nature. And it's interesting because I'm sitting here thinking, you know, what could you give as a perk? Because that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking about perks that would make my clients give a good review. So that's kind of something that I feel that would really help, well, you, me, anybody that needs reviews.
I think that's great. If you're a restaurant, for example, and you say, hey, check in and review us on UpDog and we'll give you a free appetizer, whereas Yelp discourages that,
That's what
Get all
I'm
the reviews
thinking.
you want.
And actually, I'm talking about the selfies because I'm a photography communication specialist. If you can tie that in, because people do selfies because they get attention. So maybe if you can like have them stand there and do a selfie and then do a review, that might actually work for you.
I think that's a great idea for a business. Selfie and review us.
There we go.
Thank you.
Good morning. Good presentation. Yelp has come up no less than a dozen times so far, so they're obviously a competitor, but they have a strategic advantage that they work seamlessly with iPhone Maps. So that's a strategic partnership that Yelp and iPhone Maps obviously created. What other strategic partnerships are you guys going for, or have you already created that are going to help you do better in the market and attract more investors?
So there's a couple really key strategic partnerships that we're looking at. One would be with OpenTable, where you can actually review you can reserve your reservation at a restaurant. A similar one would be with Talk. Another one might be with Visit Orlando. The Orlando Solar Bears, those are more local. If we look at a more national perspective, there's a few organizations that we're in talks with as well. Yeah.
Is your app currently available to download on the App Store?
It's not. It's being submitted to the App Store this evening.
Well,
So that process usually takes about a week or two to get approved, and if there's any questions, they'll come back and we go back and forth, and yeah. Although it's been approved by Facebook and Twitter so far, so we don't have any foreseeable issues and Instagram, but we don't have any foreseeable issues about why it wouldn't be approved.
You may have already elaborated, but for the business owners that would like the top dogs reviewing their establishment, still I don't understand how you would get the top dogs in order to, go and review that place. Would you be sending out an alert to those people?
So there's a few different ways. We can certainly do alerts. Right now I can take from my profile to if you have a profile, I could send you a message and it would come in as a push notification. So we can certainly do something like that. We can connect with them via email. If someone wants to be a top dog and they're a power user, we might have a place where they can actually sign up on the website and send us their contact information, the best way to reach them, the way that they want to be introduced. So, yeah.
All right, we have a question from our YouTube channel, the 1 Million Cups YouTube channel from Brandon. Please note Jocelyn said, yeah. Of course. So here's the question. Can the check-in and review be shared to other platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, etc.?
Sorry, what was the question?
Can the check-in and review be shared to other platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, etc.?
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, yes. And you can share it either when you're taking a review or after the review, when you go look at reviews, either your own or someone else's. You can again share it to any or all three of the platforms.
I have a question. What's your exit strategy? What do you guys want to do when you reach that top level of what you get as being an UpDog?
Sure. So our exit strategy currently is to exit within 5 years through acquisition. So we are trying to set this up to see who we could have possibly buy it or maybe even merge with in the future.
Thank you. We probably have time for 2 more questions.
I think that means you guys did a great job presenting. Yay.
Thank you guys.
We do have, in the spirit of 1 Million Cups, our final question then, which is, today, what can our supportive community best do for you?
Tell people. Go for it.
Yeah, and I was just going to repeat the same thing. We are hoping to go live in a couple weeks, so we're definitely going to push this out. But when you see this on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or even if you see something about your favorite restaurant, download this app, try it out, share it,
And send us your feedback, because we're a local company and we care what you think.
All right, thanks, UpDog, great job.
Thank you.